I don't even know where to begin, y'all. I don't know where to begin. I don't even know where to start. I should have just went to sleep. I should have went to sleep last night. I should have just went to sleep. I didn't go to sleep. But I don't put people on blast. I'm not a put people on blast kind of guy. I like to blast people. Blast the policies, not the people. Oh, Lord have mercy. We in trouble. Democrat Jesus, is he in the house? I can't with you Democrats. I just can't. I can't. Oh my gosh. We all gonna die. We all gonna die. Y'all, dig your bunkers. Dig your bunkers. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. You know what? The good thing is they don't hide it. Tears. That's not tears. That's when the biggest political party in the world, one of them, because I don't like to, we don't talk about the truth here. We don't do no sellout stuff here. We only go to the truth. When one of the biggest political parties on the planet, biggest one, murdering, killing, starving babies all over this planet, has a tear in his eye. Hold on, let me it's not a tear. When they cheer the wealthiest man in the known freaking universe, Houston, we have a problem. That's what you're supposed to be screaming right now. Houston, we got a major problem. I should have went to bed. I'm gonna need some sage. I was so sad. I'm gonna need some sage. But hey, they're not hiding it. They're letting you know who they are. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all don't. I'm gonna lose some friends today. If that's what you do, then you gotta block me. Unsubscribe and follow. That's okay. I'm not here for followers. I could care less. I'm here to save the planet. I'm a parent. That's why I'm here. So y'all can go to heck with the, we're gonna be mad until you talk about our minimum wage. All I want people to do is consider the future. Consider, always consider who gives you your talking points. I know, people, anytime you mention this minimum wage stuff, people, they get their identities. Like if you say Obama, he's God. Jesus, come again. Say Trump, Jesus, come again. The topics have identity issues also. So we just gotta go there today, y'all. We gotta go there. We gotta go. I'm sorry. Did y'all see what happened? Did y'all see that? I didn't see it. I didn't see it yesterday. I was minding my own damn business. I don't know why I watched this late live stream. TV is so boring. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I said I need to play the circus music today. I'm not gonna play the circus music. I'm like, oh my gosh, people, just consider this. Consider here. So we're gonna talk about minimum wage here for a minute. Consider this. Art of war. Go there every single morning. If your enemy tells you to do it, if they want you to do it, if they gave you the talking point, if it helps them in any way at all, don't do it. When your political party cheers the wealthiest man on the planet because he rolls out a $15 wage, minimum wage for his employees, sniff the doo-doo on the finger. Sniff it. It's doo-doo. It's not mud. It's doo-doo. Trust me. I've been saying this for a long time. The big corporations need the minimum wage. I know when I say that word, it makes you mad. It gets you angry because you're supposed to be for the minimum wage. You were born in a certain area. You like a certain political party. You identify. We talked about identity yesterday. Get them identity triggers in check. You identify with a political party. You identify with the least of the evils. Where do you think? Where? Oh, all right. I'm sorry. Where do you think Amazon? All right, I know. I started talking. I didn't even show what was going on, did I? All right. Everybody just sage it. All right, let's breathe. Everybody breathe. Did everybody get sage this morning? How's everybody doing this morning? I know. I'm a little excited. I'm a little upset. I'm flipping, but it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good when people show you who they are, right? Who said that? Who said that? Come on. I know y'all know the answer. Who said that? When people show you who they are, believe them. I've watched multiple interviews because I just wanted to see what people were saying about Bernie coming out cheering Jeff Bezos and Amazon. Y'all already know my position. I work for the big corporations rolling out the automation and the robots. You know my position on the minimum wage. They need it. Big corporations are shutting down retail outlets all over this planet. Why? Because people don't have the money to buy their bull. They don't have the money to buy their crap. So the big corporations need minimum wage. Why? Because apartheid needed minimum wage. Y'all know that. You need minimum. How many old people we got here? I want to show y'all something. Because sometimes we learn things and we forget. We learn things we forget. Let me. I gotta switch. All right. Never be where your enemy wants you to be. If big corporations need you fighting for money to give to them to make them bigger billionaires, more money, more trash, more slave labor, don't do it. If they need you to buy, don't buy. I'm not saying that the people who work for Amazon don't deserve $15 an hour. What I'm saying is they earned it decades ago. Innovation. That's why I'm not on the minimum wage. Because when you give people just barely the minimum that they need to fill their bellies and that of their kids and pay their mortgage, and Obama do that. And be followed up by Trump hiring more police officers than anybody else. And then they come with the minimum wage. What happens? What happens when you force corporations to have a minimum $15 an hour wage? Some of y'all get to make it. Kind of high on the horse, kind of high up in that corporation, you might do pretty good. What about the people on the bottom? What about the people who can't get a $15 an hour job? Where do they go? Where do they go? I don't know. Where do kindergartners go who have a D average? Why do they line up, cells for those kids? Why? Because there's a kindergarten to prison pipeline. There is a minimum wage to prison pipeline, and you bought the whole thing, hook, line, and sinker. If you know where your enemy is going, don't be where they expect you to be. I'm gonna show you something. Y'all remember Atari? I'm laughing. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's sick. It's sick, but we buy this crap. We buy this crap. We keep worshiping billionaires. We worship the politicians that worship the billionaires. We worship the parties that are starving people all over this planet with genocide, war, murder, killing the troops, getting other people killed. 5 million people. Freaking Iraq is a damn funeral. It's one big massive graveyard. And you want $15 an hour to buy more slave labor crap made in China from minerals they stole from Africans that are 5 years old that they shoved in mines to get you your cell phone? Come on. You got more love in you than that. All right, we're going to Atari. I can show y'all something. I'm laughing because we all gonna die. We're gonna die. Not getting it. All the brains on the planet, just not getting it. Let's go over here. Let me show you something. I remember this. We're gonna take y'all to Atari. Sitting on your mama couch, Saturday afternoon playing Atari. This is called Asteroid. Y'all remember Asteroid? The goal of the game is to not get hit by an asteroid and to shoot where the asteroid is going. Where are the corporations going? All right, I'll give you an example. Hold on, let me stop it here. This brother's playing pretty good. All right, see how the asteroids are moving? This is gonna be a little lesson. So this asteroid, let's pick one. This asteroid, right? See this asteroid right here is moving, right? It's got a trajectory. Let's call it that. Trajectory. It's going this way like this. I got the whiteboard today. Whiteboard! Check that. The asteroid's going that way. So now, if your goal is to shoot the corporations, the billionaires, the Jeff Bezos, the billionaire corporations that are behind the political parties, that oddly the political party is now cheering prior to the midterm elections. If you want to shoot that asteroid, you need to focus on this trajectory. Where are the corporations going? Where are they going? If they are going to automation, first of all, Amazon is rolling out the biggest drone rollout since the beginning of time. They want to deliver packages to everybody. They don't want people driving and delivering. Do you think that they want to keep you delivering their package? Hell no. They need to maximize the most wealth they can put in. So you need to shoot right about here. So your goal is not to shoot this way. If the asteroid's going that way, your goal is not to shoot where the asteroid, where you see it right there. You're going to miss. You look at where the asteroid is going and you shoot in a trajectory where you think the asteroid might be. And if this asteroid, so targeting, right? So if the big corporations are buying your politicians and they need you to have a minimum wage to buy their crap, to keep the big Tolman brothers, 7 homemakers, 7 corporations build like 80% of the homes all over America. And why is that possible? The politicians who don't break up the monopolies. Facebook, Google, the massive mega media, the mainstream media that lies to you on every channel, CNN, Fox News, all of it, all of the lies. The politicians who are now cheering Jeff Bezos, who are now cheering this 15. Think ahead, somebody says. Thank you, Lord. Think ahead. You're grown adults. You don't have to train in pants on anymore. You take the diaper off, man. You got on your big panties. Pull them up. Your big drawers. Pull them up. This ain't a game. This isn't asteroids. But not only do you need to shoot where they're going because they're targeting your politicians and they're making it obvious just before an election, you also need to be not where they want you to be. See this asteroid right here? See now, while he's paying attention, this guy right here, he's shooting these asteroids. You gotta watch this asteroid. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. Where does he want you to be? Where does that big corporation want you to be? He wants you to be working for him. He needs you working for him. He needs you in your consumerism. He needs you just before Christmas cheering, I got $15 an hour. I can get the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. Buying all of that crap made on slave labor, murder, war, death, and destruction. Taking the American troops, taking the British, using them for slave labor all over this planet for big corporations and bank murdering in the name of democracy? Come on now. Come on. Are y'all with me? Do you understand what I'm saying here? No, I am not a proponent of mid-term solutions. I am not a proponent of shooting where the corporations want you to be. You got Elon Musk telling you what they're trying to do. I done worked for these people for 20 years in my life. All they want to know, every boardroom I went in, every time I sat down, all of these big corporations behind your politician want to know one thing. They never said it this way, but they always say, how do I get rid of these humans? How do I get rid of human labor? They never said it that way. They say it nice. Oh, we need synergy savings. Do you guys have some automation solutions? Can you put together this API, that? And it's not just robots, it's software. And I only worked on the software side of it. Spent a little time with the robots, but now they got AI. The goal is to replace you. What is the point? Somebody answer me this question. What is the point of paying people $15 an hour that you were planning to get them the hell out your company? Amazon is about to roll out. Have you seen Boston Dynamics? Have you seen the robots that actually pack the shelves? Are you listening to actually anything that's going on? Anything? Are you paying attention at all? Are you trying to not be where the asteroids are coming? I'm sorry, I gotta listen to the game. We used to sit and play these games. All right, I'm just stop. Crocodile tears. Crocodile tears. Do you actually think that a political party, that are starving millions of people all over this planet, millions of people, Do you actually believe they give a damn about your minimum wage? Do you think they give a damn about your housing? Do you think they give a damn about your welfare, your food? Do you think that they actually care about your little baby? Do you? Crocodile tears. Those aren't tears. Damn it, that's salt water. That's one of the biggest saltwater crocodiles in the world. Saltwater crocodile is one of the biggest on the planet. It grow to be 30 feet. We're not talking about a little political party in the Democratic Republic of Maputo. We're talking about the Democrats and the Republicans of the earth. They are saltwater crocodiles. They don't have any tears in their eyes for you or anybody they shove in these prisons. Pay attention. Pay attention. When somebody tells you, when somebody shows you just before an election who they are, believe them. I'm not mad at Bernie. I'm not mad at Bernie. Bernie's doing his job. His job is to lie to you. Not because he wants to, I don't think. Not because Trump wants to lie to you. Not because Obama wanted to lie to you. It's just the job anymore, baby. You gotta grow up. We gotta be adults in this thing. Hold on, let me do something else. I'm trying to give people examples. I want them to understand here. The minimum wage is not for you. It's to keep you working. Same reason Bernie's cheering the minimum wage and Democratic Party, and they put that identity in your head, is the same reason Trump is yelling and screaming jobs. They need you focused on where the corporations aren't going. They need you to sit where the corporations want you to sit. They need you crying for jobs and crying for wages so they can roll out the software and the robots. And it's not an evil thing. It's not an evil thing. It's just money, baby. It's just money. It's just money and greed. Let me show you something. Every time they do it, you fall into the identity. Scared of Trump, scared of this, scared of that. And if you're not in America, how does it affect you? Because if they can get everybody excited and happy, like what? I watched them. Like TYT, chank, 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 chank. I watched him. I watched another brother last night. I don't put people on. I put sellouts on blast. Sank is a sellout. I won't put another brother on blast. But I watch him. I watch those are ABC News, and they're all saying the same thing. They're cheering. They're trying to get you excited and happy. Eddie Bernays, pay attention. They're trying to give you joy and excitement to get you out to the polls to change absolutely nothing. Nothing. All right, I'm gonna show it to you. I get a little upset. I had to calm down. I was upset that I was in there. I was in the car. I was driving this morning. I was flipping. I was like, I can't believe it. He didn't cheering Amazon. What the hell is wrong with it? Just problems in his head, psychopathic, flipping out. And then my son was like, Dad, you're not on your show, man. Dad. I was like, Dad, we gotta go to school, man. Dad, come back. Because it gets me. Because they take the most intellectual people that we know, people who have jobs at some of the most evil, biggest corporations on the planet, but their minds are capable of critical thought. And they get them to believe this. They get them to buy. And I'm not against the minimum wage. I don't want anyone, I'm not going to confuse them. I'm not against MMT. I'm not against the minimum wage. I'm not against any of that stuff. I'm against you being fooled that it's for you. It's not for you. You can have these midterm stopgap solutions. But remember, they're always 30, 40, 50 years ahead in planning on what they're going to do to you. And it's your goal not to fall in what they're lining up. That's your goal. All right. I've brought it down. Now I'll show it to you. I show it to you. I'm just, we don't make it, y'all. We're not going to make it. At this level of intellectuality, we aren't going to make it. We aren't going to make it. If we are fooled this easily, we aren't going to make it. We might as well just take the kids, put them in a crocodile's mouth, just go ahead and chew them down. Go on and crunch them down. The kids delicious. They're not okra. They're not slimy and nasty. Our kids are delicious. You might just hand it to them. We either going to grow up and realize that these programs have been tried in multiple countries, multiple times, and what they're for. They're just going to fill the prisons with them. That's all they're going to do. Oh, they're always against, always rolling out the police state, always rolling out the Patriot Act, everybody flipping out over Kavanaugh. And he wrote the Patriot Act. And so they got the Patriots on the Republican side cheering the Patriots. They're hating the Patriot Act. But now they're cheering Kavanaugh, who wrote the Patriot Act. Right? And it's all a distraction. Got the Democrats on that side who hate Kavanaugh because, oh, he touched some, he groped some women. Meanwhile, they're funneling guns all over the planet, helping warlords to rape women. Do you see any? I feel like I'm in the Matrix. I'm like, y'all, it's the Matrix. Anybody, y'all don't see the Matrix? They're playing you over there. They're playing you over there, and we all gonna die, right? All of us right here, we all gonna die. All right. Bring that. I got my sage going this morning. I'm just trying to stay calm. But we play this game. Let me show you. Let me show you what he said. So, and I just see anytime TYT is cheering something, y'all need to run from it. I'm trying to tell you, they're lying. They're lying. These people are paid. These people are played. They want to be mainstream media. I'm not hating on them. Not gonna hit them. Here we go. Let me play this for you.
Here is something pretty interesting. Amazon is paying some of its employees to tweet positive stories about the company.
Okay, so this is back when Bernie hated Amazon. Oh, that's not what I want. I want to show you the current. So keep in mind, we went from love. We went from hate Amazon. I got to find the right one. Hate Amazon, the most evil corporation, run by the wealthiest man in the universe, a man that could end world hunger tomorrow, a man that could end mass starvation and the famines, a man who could come out and use his platform to end the military-industrial complex, a man who could build houses for everybody on this planet, 3D print them so everybody has what they need. And all of a sudden, he's a hero. Here we go, right here. This is the one I'm looking for.
On Earth, because the wages he has paid his employees are so low that many of them are forced to go on food stamps, Medicaid, and subsidized housing and other governmental programs. Today, I want to give credit where credit is due. And I want to congratulate Mr. Bezos for doing exactly the right thing. Today, he has raised the minimum wage at Amazon and Whole Food effective next month. He has raised that minimum wage to $15 an hour, and that applies not only to full-time workers at Amazon, but to part-time workers and temporary workers as well.
Let me ask you, so if you raise the wages and you've been lining up to fire all of them, who is that helping? Who is that helping? I'm gonna need somebody to check Bernie pockets. Does anybody? If anybody's close to him, well, it's not even Bernie, it's probably the whole Democratic Party. I need y'all to check the pockets. See, because Amazon, they'll make a precious donation and you won't even know about it till after the election. And the billionaires win again. This is why I'm not on any of these teams. I saw it with Obama and the banks. I see it now with Trump and the national billionaires. And it's the same thing with Bernie and the Democrats. It's all the same thing. The billionaires bought your country through your politicians, and you're still cheering this thing like it's a good thing. So you know what? You know, if I were Amazon, I was playing your dumb, silly butt. You know what I'd do? You know what I'd do? I would actually raise the wages, and I would lay off the employees to equate it so I don't spend a dime more. Because you know the billionaires are the most greediest bastards on this planet. And in the meanwhile, you're clapping and you're cheering. They buy your party, and nothing changes. Nothing. No, I don't applaud. Why would you applaud somebody for doing what they're supposed to do? Here's a dumb thing. Let me tell you something stupid. I'm a single parent, raising my kids. Every now and then somebody comes and says, oh, you did a good job with those babies. You didn't raise them good. You're doing it good. You don't applaud me for that. It's my job to love my children. It's my job to provide for. It's my job to have a job or learn how to take care of them, grow food, and teach them how to eat healthy, not eat GMO, and keep vaccines from them. It's my job to take care of my babies. You don't tell me that's a good job. You don't applaud me when I do that. It was Bezos' job to take care of his employees. It was the politicians' jobs not to build monopolies. It was their job not to allow starvation-like conditions to happen in this country. No, you don't need a minimum wage. You need a living You need living prices. That's what it comes down to. They let mega monopolies grow to massive size. Big corporations, we've never seen this big. Corporations so big they're buying entire continents, not just governments anymore. And we did that. These people did that. They are the ones who caused this. We don't cheer them. We don't cheer the billionaires. And we damn sure ain't cheering nobody for finally doing what they were supposed to have done a long damn time ago. Taking care of their people. These people can't even buy houses here. America's living in such ignorant amounts of starvation, it's ridiculous. And that's not even to mention what we're paying to do in the genocide over in Yemen, everywhere else. I'm calm down. Sorry. Angry black man. Angry black man cry. I got to pull the guy. Breathe. Stay calm. I get upset because you're smarter than this. I'm gonna let him finish. We're smarter than this. I'm gonna let the guy finish.
Further, Mr. Bezos has indicated his support for raising the national minimum wage. And as someone who has introduced a $15 an hour federal minimum wage, I very much look forward to working with him in this area. Let me take this opportunity to thank the many hundreds of Amazon workers who contacted our office talking about the wages and working conditions that they were employed under. And we also want to take this opportunity to thank the heroes and heroines at the Fight for 15 movement, a movement which started off in the fast food industry a number of years.
I don't even know what that is. I don't even give a damn about that. I'm so pissed off, I don't even know what to do. I'm so angry. I'm hangry. I'm so angry, I'm hungry in the morning. I'm a little hangry. I'm just upset because this is stupid. All of this is dumb. This is ridiculous. You work for Amazon. No, you shouldn't be contacting the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. You work for Amazon. You know what you need to be doing? Not working for Amazon. They are a slave labor company. Leave. You work for Amazon. You know what you should be doing? To start preparing your kids to not have a big Christmas. Walking away. How do you fight the billionaires working for the billionaires? Right? How do you fight those starving of you working for those starving of you? If you're a slave on the plantation, how do you bring down the plantation by working for the plantation? Explain that to me. You know, say, oh, well, I don't have anywhere to go. A lot of people don't have anywhere to go. But the number one thing we don't do is we don't cheer this nonsense. We don't clap one bit for a corporation, an evil one, even if you want to stay with them. Doing what they should have done a long time ago and doing it to minimum levels. Who can live on $15 an hour? Minimum levels. That's a prison pipeline. That's all it is. That's all it is. And it's not going to affect him one bit. And you know what? I'm going to speculate. I'm give me another sip of coffee. I'm going to speculate something because I see something. I'm seeing the Matrix code. You know what happened with the bookstores in my country? Amazon started selling books on the internet, right? And guess what happened? The Barnes and Nobles and the Borders closed up. Now I can't take my kids. I used to take my kids, we sit down and read books, get a little coffee and stuff, enjoy. All the bookstores then closed up. Who closed them up? Y'all know how this story goes. Amazon, online, shut them down. It was a business plan. They sold books online for cheap. They basically gave them away. Shut down the local business. Fired all of the employees. Thousands of employees all got fired. All of these millions of kids now, they had no books. They had no books. There was no millions of kids didn't have no story time. Now Amazon is opening bookstores again. Do you see what happened there? It's called a business plan. You know what Amazon is doing? They are rolling out automation. They are getting rid of their employees. They are staging a coup on a level that nobody's ever seen before. From grocery stores to tiddlywinks, bookstores, toys, everything. They're going to push this minimum $15 an hour wage. They're going to get a lot of support. Everybody's going to get behind it. They're going to push out the minimum wage. And what do you think's going to happen? We're going to fill the prisons. They're going to shut down the competitors to all of this. Because you think these other grocery stores can afford $15 an hour? Do you? Do you think these other little bookstores, the toy stores, all the other industries that Amazon is taking on, all the other small retailers, the mom and pop shops, do you think they can afford that? Amazon is going to wipe the map. Amazon is going to buy America. That's what's going to happen. Because after this is all said and done and they automate because they got the money, they have that long money, honey, where they can roll out automation and robots to stock the shelves, deliver everything. And they're going to shut down retail in America. They're going to own all of it. They're going to put those guys out of business. And then they're going to just start opening up shop, mega centers everywhere. And you're going to walk, you ever see the movie Idiocracy? They're going to put Costco out of business. You're going to walk in an Amazon store, it's going to be the size of a state. Then you got a guy at the front door, welcome to Amazon, I love you. Welcome to Amazon, I love you. That's gonna be our kids' jobs. When our kids are 80 years old, welcome to Amazon, I love you. Welcome to, and it's not a conspiracy. I don't see conspiracies anywhere. You know what I see? I just see business plans. That's all it is. This is just business, baby. It's all about making the maximum amount of money they can, keeping us stupid, playing us, stroke after stroke after stroke after stroke, like it's not a game of asteroids. We don't see the asteroid coming for us. We got that asteroid coming for us. It is called the automation economy, where they doesn't give a damn about slavery. I'm sorry, I gotta go through this because I see a lot of new people here, and maybe they don't get where I'm going with this. I don't, so I want to explain it to you. The robots don't get salaries. The robots don't spend money. The automation economy is where all the billionaires are going. That's where Amazon is going. You need to have a plan as a political party if you want any respect from a critical thinker that deals with that. If you don't deal with the direction of this, you're useless, completely useless. If you don't deal with what happens to people, well, it's not going to affect my job. My job is, the robots can't do my job. I'm high on a plantation. My cotton, I pick cotton better than everybody else. I'm pouring lemonade on the weekends. Robots not going to take my job. They don't have to. They take my job. And guess what I'll do when they take my job? I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to learn your job. And I'm going to come to your boss and do your job for half the amount. The value of human labor drops every day as we play these stupid games. The value drops of human labor every day, whether it's your industry that's being automated or not. What's going to happen to humans after that? That's what you need to be asking these politicians. If these are your people, I asked you yesterday, who are your people? If these are your people, these are the people you're supporting. These are the people that you're running up to. Ask them what happens to humans when these massive software companies start rolling out this automation. When all of these robots, you realize that the technology in robotics and AI is farther advanced than what you know. Farther advanced than what they ever released. For the same reason that America sends M1A2 Abrams tanks to anywhere around the world to their allies and their enemies, because we're that stupid, but it's because they're 30 years in advance of all of it. They already have a plan. They already have a plan. Process this. Let me ask you this. If the corporations own your politicians and they get all their talking points, directions, and funds from the massive corporations that all want to automate and get rid of you, do you think they would give them a plan that helps you? Do you? Think about it. It's not that hard. It's not rocket science. I know, but they dig it in so deep, right? They just keep saying minimum wage, minimum wage, minimum wage, and they make you think that it's a good thing. And the whole paradigm of the corporate model is changing. Automation, no people. That's why Obama built all the prisons. That's why every president since Bill Clinton's been rolling out a police state in America. It's because when people don't have food, they do dangerous things. They become criminals. You have just enough sellouts above that $15 an hour minimum wage that don't give a damn. They're skilled enough. What do you think that happens to inmates? Let me ask you this question. What do you think that happens to inmates when they come out of prison? You think it's hard for them to get a job now? When they take one of these little kids that has dried plants on the street and your Democrats and Republicans throw them in a prison at the age of 16 and make a killer out of them. And they want to come back and rejoin society. They learn that they made a mistake. You think somebody's going to hire them for $15 an hour? do you? See, you're okay. You make $21 an hour. You don't care as much, do you? Whose kids do you think they're going to be coming after? Not thinking it through, people. Not thinking it through. Think it through. Always be where your enemy does not expect you to be. Don't ever take a talking point from a politician. You give your politicians talking points. Plan into the future. We are adults. Have a plan, have a strategy, and you tell them. But my God, if you ever see your political party start praising the biggest billionaire on this planet, knowing that they're all psychopaths, all the neuroscientists are telling us this, that these people are nuts. I mean, my God, Elon Musk, my favorite one, I tell you. My favorite billionaire, my favorite psychopathic billionaire is Elon Musk. It's not even Jeff Bezos. It's Elon Musk. Because he's into space. I like space. I got a lot of friends working NASA and deep state whistleblowers and tell you all the stuff in space. I enjoy it. I love it. You believe they're lying about space? Yeah, I do, because we had thousands of whistleblowers telling us that they're lying about space. How many whistleblowers came through and said politics are real? 1, 2, 3, 0. How many politicians came out? How many whistleblowers came out and said, yeah, the politics are real? No, they come out and they say they're lying. Hashtag Seth Rich. They murdered him and threw him in a hole. And these are the people you're supporting. This is what makes sense. These are the people that killed JFK, Martin Luther King, and knew 9/11 was coming, even if they didn't stop it. And this is a good idea. We're going to keep going this direction. They got a plan. They got a plan. All right, I'm looking at the comments. They got a plan. And they hired a lot of people to roll that plan out. And if you don't see between the cracks of what these people are up to, it's your kids that'll pay the price. It's not you. You might actually get away with it. But it's your kids and your grandkids and your niece and your nephews. All your politicians are bought. This is why, well, you post positive stuff about Bernie sometimes. Yeah, I do. I post positive stuff from Ron Paul. I post positive stuff from Trump. I posted positive stuff from Obama. And I posted negative stuff too. So what are we supposed to do? You're supposed to have integrity. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to look down the road and be able to look at something and say, you know what? That doesn't smell right. You're supposed to take Bernie's fingers out of his pocket. Smell it. That smells like dollars. I smell millions of dollars. Somebody just bought the entire damn Democratic Party. His name is Jeff Bezos. That's what you're supposed to do. You know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to say, I voted for Trump. But damn it, I'm not really feeling what he's doing. He's killing people like Obama. He's rolling out. I mean, he does some good things, but he's not doing what I say he was going to do. He's not doing what he said he was going to do. And that's not a reason to flip back to the Democratic Party. That's the reason to say, you know what? These people aren't here for us. These people are not here for us. These people are here for themselves. They're here for the prison industry. They're here for the slave labor all around the planet. They're here to murder. Like, you know why they call it a war on terror? We call it a war on terror because we're stupid. And while our soldiers, our veterans come back, you know what they call it? They call it a murder spree. Murder spree. You want to support the troops? Go talk to the troops. That's why I don't play these politics. None of this to me is politics. I don't give a damn about your politics. I'd give a damn about your human ticks. Do you have any human ticks in you? Do you tick sentient? Are you okay with murder? Are you okay with funneling weapons to warlords to rape women in mass because it's the #1 tool they're using in Africa? Are you okay with that? That's why I don't give a damn what Bernie has to say when it comes to politics. I don't give a damn what Obama has to say on politics. I don't give a damn what Trump has to say on politics. I give a damn about what they're going to do to stop murdering people. Because if it means I got to make $7.50 an hour, and that stops these people from killing poor people around this planet, then that's what I'll do. Means I got to have a light Christmas. Means I can't have a house as big and ignorant that I can brag about, take pictures and post on Facebook. It means I can't get the new car. It might mean I gotta fix my refrigerator instead of buying a brand new one. It might mean I might have to grow up and become a man again and take care of my family. It might mean I have to be a woman again. Put out the B word. You know the evil B word? Y'all know that B word that I'm talking about? Budget. It means you might live on a budget. It means that maybe you accept that your country is the biggest colonizing government on the planet. How does this affect people around the world? Because I don't like to talk just from an American perspective. This is why America has no control over its government. They believe crap like this. They bite into it. And as long as, and you know what? And so what happens is the Democrats, they rally with the billionaires on their base. Scares the hell out of Republicans. They rally with the billionaires on their base. And the corporations, the industries that own them all, decide the future of our kids. All right, I'm gonna go to comments. All right, coffee done came down. I can't with you Democrats. I can't with you Republicans. Democrat Jesus and Republican Jesus. I can't with y'all. All right, what we got? Brother Mark said brain scans are needed before getting anyone's vote. Thank you, Brother Mark. You agree with me? This is what I think. So we don't just talk about problems, we talk about solutions here. Absolutely, politicians need brain scans. Why? Because I need to know if Bernie's brain's still working. Hold on, I'm gonna show you something, Mark. I was playing with something. Hold on, wait, give me a minute. Right, you gave me a thought of something. See, I'm not mad at Bernie. I just think that the system doesn't work. I think a long time ago, Bernie used to be an upstanding man. Bernie used to stand up for civil rights, used to do the good things and the right things. That's Brother Bernie. Y'all know that? That's Brother Bernie right there. Y'all see him? That's Brother Bernie right there. But that was back when maybe Bernie, his brain was working a little differently. That was back at a time where possibly Bernie gave a damn. He was poor. He wasn't high on the hog. He wasn't big on the hill. He wasn't getting any lobbyist monies. He wasn't for the war industry. This is back, and I think you need to bring Bernie back to who he used to bring. Bring Bernie back. Bring Bernie. We need to bring Bernie back. That's what I think. I think that it's easy for people to sell out. That's what I think. I think billions of dollars makes it happen. I think when your politicians do what just makes no damn sense, it's because it does make some damn sense. They're getting behind the wealthiest man in the known universe. Is anybody picking up what I'm putting down? Is anybody? They don't even hide it, Brother Mark. They don't even hide it. It's just right there. It's right in front of your face. So Bernie used to march with the civil rights movement because he used to be poor, like you and me. But he's not anymore. And you need to judge him like you judge everybody else. Don't look at his face. Don't look at what he says is a good idea, because what's given to him is from big corporations, like what's given to Trump, like Obama, like all the rest of them. You want your government back? You want your politicians back? You want your party back? When they do something that just makes no damn sense, you're supposed to say it makes no damn sense. And the funny thing, if you did that, I think the Republicans might actually listen to you. Because now you're speaking truthful things. I got a lot of friends that are Republicans. I got a lot of friends that are Democrats. And I think for the most part, they listen to me because I don't sell out. And when stupid stuff comes out of somebody's mouth, I call it stupid. This is Bernie back in the day. This is Bernie back when he used to have a core. He used to live with you. He didn't live in a gated community. And yeah, he could speak from his heart. He could act with passion. And you know how you get Bernie back? You stop clapping. You start booing. Same thing with Trump. Same thing with your Mays and your Merkels and everybody else around the planet. You want the politicians, they just want to be cheered for. They're just little narcissistic psychopaths, sociopaths. According to the neuroscientists. Because nobody wants to tell 250 million people what to do, let alone 7 billion. You want your politicians back? All you got to do is start booing. Do what your parents did. Do what your grandparents did. And you might actually have them back. I'm sorry, Brother Mark. That Martin sent me somewhere this morning. Have a little fun. All right, let me close this up. Let me get the comments. Oh, man. It's John mad about that. You're mad. You just need to be with the Democrat Party. Listen, I don't do crocodile tears, man. I don't do crocodile tears. If you're smiling in my face and you're looking on shoving my kids into prison behind my back, as a parent, I'm supposed to stand up. No matter how much they lie to you. Yes, Brittany, thank you. No matter how much they lie, call it a lie. And I'm not saying that what Amazon's doing is bad, Brittany. I'm just simply saying that we should not be applauding doing what they were supposed to be doing from the mother hubbing giddy up. They're supposed to do that from the very beginning. Romans, lend me your ears. Exactly, Nicole. Yes. The old Bernie was only as good as the real social justice warriors and leaders of the day. Yes, Kate, yes. They didn't sell out as much as they do now today. But you know what, Kate? I think there just wasn't as much money back then. I just think that corporations were still working on their systems of buying politicians and the lobbyists and how that works. And now that it's fine-tuned and honed, we got to be on guard even more. We got to call out things even more. No, I'm not a proponent of the minimum wage. I'm gonna tell you, because unfortunately, at the age of 17, I used to go visit my best friend in prison. Nah, I was in college and he was sent on another route. So no, I'm not interested in the minimum wage. I'm interested in why the price of everything is so high. It's because you got these big, massive corporations, because we no longer break up monopolies. It's because they don't have tariffs anymore. They get their money from the people. They prey on you through taxes. And all the taxes, like we talked about yesterday. All the tax is slavery. It's just slavery. Indentured servitude. They tax you so you can't stop working for them. You don't pay your taxes, you go to prison. The federal government's not supposed to get the taxes from you. They're supposed to get their taxes from corporations and systems. Like somebody said the other day, a sovereign nation. Who's that? Suzanne Rice? They're talking about Sudan because they're funding weapons to Sudan, keeping the civil war going. And now they're talking about backing out of. Suzanne Rice said, well, Sudan is a sovereign nation. Nations aren't sovereign. People are sovereign. Nations are systems. You never turn your back on a system. Political parties are systems. You never turn your back on a system. A system doesn't have a heart. A system has no compassion. A system has nothing but one thing that it needs, and that's power and money. And it acquires that on our lack of intellect, our lack of integrity. People had real ethical values back then. Who said that? Who said that? Sister Elizabeth. Yes, they did. Yes, absolutely. And guess what? And people took care of their neighbors back then, too. People looked out for each other. People had a general sense of community back then. Back then, everyone knew each other in the neighborhood. Everybody talked. You didn't just talk on accident when somebody was mowing their lawn. Everyone knew each other and looked out for each other. Everyone had their differences. You got into your fights, but then you went to the bar the day afterwards and you were friends. You watched your kids together. We got to get back to being those people, not these identity people hating each other because we look a little different or we act a little different. We live in different places. There's only one battle. It's billionaires versus us. And I have no time for crocodile tears. I have no time. You're complicit with the wars around this planet, starving people, then you're not going to convince me you give a damn about my kids starving. I was born yesterday, but not at midnight. We need a maximum wage tied to the minimum. You know, Brenda, I'm good on the maximum. We need maximum, but it's not just a wage thing, right? It's not just a maximum CEO wage. It's a maximum profit wage. So we're talking about solutions. Let's talk about some solutions, because I don't like to whine about the problem. I'm not a whiner. I laugh at the dumbness, but there are all types of good solutions. We just don't go for them because we're not handing the politicians a solution. What if we had a maximum amount of profit a corporation could make? How many problems would we solve if a corporation could only acquire $1 billion, only acquire 500 million? What would happen? That money had to get reinvested back into communities. That money had to be reinvested into communities where kids are fighting with the police. where y'all blaming the police. That money had to get reinvested back into the trailer parks and the places where kids are growing up and joining these hate groups, because the hate group is the only group that with enough love to love them. What would happen? People would actually learn that they're growing up in a world that loves them, that gives a damn about them. Maximum wage. Jeff Bezos makes $250 million a day. A day. And I'm supposed to cheer that? I'm supposed to clap for that. I'm supposed to respect you because you crocodile tears. Crocodile tears. Notice how people in here are getting more brilliant all the time. Love it. Yes, Linda, I do love it. You know why I love it? Because there are a lot of smart people online. See, this is a dialogue. This isn't like, I'm not talking down to anybody. I'm not talking at anybody. I love this live stream thing because it's making me smarter. I don't know it all. It allows us to have these open discussions. And like I said, I'm not interested in shooting where the asteroid is. I'm not interested in the MMTs and the midterm solutions. I'm interested in where the corporations are right now, that they're probably rolling out and not standing where they want me to stand. So that's why I'm not for the strategic solutions. I like the final solutions. It is a right. It is it is a birthright to have access to the things that it requires for you to live. Oxygen, food, a house. Why? Because our ancestors paid for that. All the patents all these corporations hold, all of our ancestors gave to them. They stole them. So no, you're not going to get my vote if you're a colonizer. Sorry. Democrats colonize. You know what? I'm gonna hit something else. I don't like to call names out, but there's a thing that people say. They say, you know what? Give a political party your vote if they give something to you. That's the way I heard it put. I said, you can vote for the Democrats, but make sure you get something back. You can vote for the Republicans, but make sure you get something back. I want to address that. Came out the mouth of a good brother. I got nothing against the brother, but I disagree with this. When you are killing children every day and you're burying them under rubble, I don't give a damn what you give me. I don't. When you were shoving children in the Congo in holes at the age of 5 to get coltan to make billions for these corporations so lobbyists can funnel checks to you, you can't give me a damn thing. That's blood money. I don't care what you give me. I don't care what you're promising. What would I like? You get your political party to make a public statement. How about this? And then I'll say this will never happen. It'll never happen because it's not how the system works. If we apologize for the 5 million poor people we killed since 9/11. We apologize for colonizing the modern world right now. We apologize for forced labor right now. We apologize for all of these little teenagers we've thrown in prison and we've destroyed their lives, making them monsters. We apologize for all the millions of dollars we took in campaign contributions and what we've done. We've been acting inhuman. We've been acting insentient. We've hated on all people. And we're going to stop doing it. We're now going to roll out some policies and we're going to stop printing $700 billion for war. And we're going to start using some of that money to help people, because we don't need Amazon's $15 an hour minimum wage to help our people. These are our people. Amazon's not our people, but you are our people. The billionaires aren't our people, but you're our people. We're going to start printing that money and printing houses for you. Because you're our people. You're our citizens. We're going to look out for you. No, we're not going to tax you for it. We print the money. We don't need to. We're no longer interested in making drones to go murder people and massive metal weapon machines to go murder poor people while we pretend we care about your people. We're not going to go and pretend that we care about gun crimes, and we're going to spend all the money manufacturing all the weapons that we can to funnel to teenagers all around this planet to stage mass shootings, not only in schools, but in churches and all over their neighborhoods, because we want cheap minerals from their governments. We'll stop doing that. Then you might get my attention. But until then, crocodile tears. If your model is based in murder, Democrat Jesus ain't the real Jesus. If your model is based in murder, Republican Jesus ain't the real Jesus. All right. Do you think if the critical moment comes and everyone gets out in the street that the government will hesitate to use military force and mow everybody down? Asking for a friend. Brother James, you know just like I do. They murder people in other countries like it's nothing. Top of a hat. That's why I'm not for any violent revolution. I'm not for really people getting in the street right now. Brother James, I don't think it's time to get in the street yet. I think right now it's time for people to talk. Right now it's time for people to look at these things and pierce through them. Right now it's time for people to talk across these party lines. It's time for people to find out what keeps each other up at night. We're not unified. We still in 2018. It's 2018? 2018, and people still believe in these ideological identities. And they're okay with starving other kids as long as their kids don't starve. We have to tap into our humanity. If we start tapping into our humanity and stop clapping and cheering and start booing, there doesn't need to be any violent issue that happens in a country. All the politicians, they just want to be cheered. And they're cheered. So they keep murdering people all over the planet because people keep clapping. Because we sell out the whole world and we sell out poor people down the street because we get the little thing that we want to get. We get our little shiny thing. Somebody said Obama phones. We get the little shiny thing. So we're okay with all the kids they murdered to get it. That's what I think, Brother James. Now's the time for people to talk. Now's the time for people to start shedding their identities and bring back unity in communities again and start talking about the real problems from a root cause perspective. Stop crying about mid-tier solutions like gun control. I'm not for that. That's just stupid. No, I don't want people to have guns. I'm not a gun guy, but I understand why they have them. They have them because they live in a country and a government's murdering people around the world and they're shoving people in prisons and cops are shooting people, mowing them down like they're nothing. And so people are getting guns. I get that. So how about we just fix the problem? Get rid of an authoritarian, unconstitutional, Bill of Rights hating government that doesn't give a damn about any child in any mass shooting, but they got them crocodile tears because they know that's what we want to see. I'm about us growing up. That's what I'm about. I'm just about us growing up. I'm about us actually opening our eyes, opening our hearts, and start speaking like we got some sense. The price of everything is way too high. Not for the minimum wage. I'm not. The price of everything is too high because the corporations are too big. Think about it from this perspective. And this is where I come from, the automation perspective, because that's what I know. The price of everything should drop every year. Why? Because as a corporation maximizes the efficiencies, the price should drop. Why does it go up? It goes up because we're stupid. We accept it. They take that money, they fire the employees, they maximize on the automation efficiencies, and they stick the money in their pocket. Same thing with the auto industry in Michigan. Why is damn Detroit, Michigan, just like a bombshell hit it? Because all the auto industry pulled out. And what they do before they pulled out? They fired all the employees, they automated the making of the car 80%, got rid of the people, and raised the price of the car. You think it got more difficult to make a car? Or are you that shallow? It's because it's always us versus them. Billionaires and us. Crocodiles and prey. That's all it is. Predators and prey. And we can't seem to identify who the predators are. That's why, so I'm not about getting in the street. And there might be a time to get in the street. To me, it's time to get in the street when you see Democrats and Republicans together. When they actually rediscover what our elders all taught us, that government isn't the evil. We are. We're just the fools. They will do as much as they can get away with as long as we're clapping and cheering. When I start seeing the left and the right to start to see that, and they start having rallies and they across lines, when I start to see the moderate, grow up, mature people who actually know what's happening around this world, what our military is being forced to do and being done to them, when I see people like that, now it might be time to go to the street. Until then, I'm sitting back. I don't have nothing to do with it. These people are crazy. The people who are cheering this stuff, crazy is the people who are doing this stuff. Crazy is the people who are paying the politicians to do this stuff. Crocodile tears. Presently, folks believe their tax dollar takes care. I'm sorry. I'm way up in comments. I'm sorry. That the tax. Well, I missed. I think that was Rebecca. I missed that. I'm sorry. I'm way up in comments. Okay. Breathe in the sage. Breathe in the sage a little bit. I get a little excited. I know. I'm upset. I watched the mainstream media and I listened to what everybody said, and they're all cheering it. The price of everything should drop every year, but it doesn't. It goes up. And because that's the issue that we have, people are crying about the minimum wage. And the wage isn't the problem. The price is too high. We have to stop this inflation apocalypse because it's phony. It's not organic. It's not real. We just allow greedy bastards to run everything, and it needs to stop. Brittany says she hadn't voted in a year. You know, people go back and forth on the voting. It's a good idea to vote. I don't know yet, Brittany. I have to wait till we get closer to the election and see if they're talking this stuff. The only thing I guarantee people is I'm not going to sell you out with my vote if I do vote. I'm not going to sell you out. I'm not going to sell anybody out. I have 7 billion family members around this planet. And I'm not going to sell any of them out. I'm not a sellout. It's not what I do. I don't think that American lives are more important than anybody else's lives. I don't think that Pennsylvania lives are more. I don't think that my community's lives or whatever religion, I don't think that our lives are more important. I'm supposed to love everybody, and that's what I do. So I'm not going to vote for any politician willing to shove you in a hole while they talk politics. And we have human rights problems all over this planet and in this country too. First time in civilization, we have a time where the robots and automation could be utilized to help the human race, to prevent kids from becoming psychopaths. And I don't see any politicians with those thought processes that allow them to think into the future. They just keep planning for today. They keep giving talking points for yesterday and today because they want to keep taking money till tomorrow. And my intellect doesn't work that way. That's y'all remember, what's the comedian's name? Little short guy. They call him Chocolate Drop. What's his name? Funny guy, little guy. I forgot his name. He said, well, you know, the way my bank account is set up, I had no money for that. You know, the way my intellect is set up, I don't have any resource to allocate to you if you're lying like that. Let me see what's going on YouTube. Don't know how much longer the Matrix will last with all this info. Yeah, Sita, you know what? But you know what I believe, Sita, on YouTube? You're not allowed to say anything that they don't already know. We're not allowed to say anything that they don't know we're saying. They see everything. They know everything. They've got AI processing this video right now. They got AI looking at your comments right now, and they're categorizing you. There's satellites watching everything on this planet at all times. They know every damn thing. There is no way. Yes, Kevin Hart. There is no way that we're not being played in every aspect of our lives. The only thing we can do is hashtag walk away from all of it. Hashtag walk away from selling out. Not hashtag walk away from a political party. Again, that's an identity. Hashtag walk away from selling people out. If your plan is to rob Peter to pay Paul, see ya. Bye, Felicia. I have no time for that. I don't care what you give me in return. Not going to sell out. You don't want stuff from venomous people. That's your perspective. I know, Carrie, but we got to talk to people. We have to talk to people. I don't like getting bullshizzled too, but we're coming up to a really bad spot. It's time for everybody to speak. There are no leaders in this. There's nobody leading anything. The only thing that's leading is your own critical thought. That's how we get better. We get better. That's why I like the live stream stuff. Like I said, it's because you put ideas out, they get tweaked and perfected. Now is not a time to fight with poor people. If you think that I'm picking a fight with you because you like minimum wage, I'm not picking a fight with you. I'm just proposing the reality. Where minimum wage came from was apartheid, and what it's being used for in this country right now is to fill prisons. Bad idea. They need to drop the price of everything. And if they don't want to drop the price, they need to break up the monopolies and give it to small and mid-sized businesses that will produce things that actually fit where our economy is organically. I don't believe in propping up corporations and politicians. They need to collapse. If you can't make a car that costs $1,000, you're not a car maker. You're a scam artist. If you can't make a house that costs $5,000, you're not a homemaker. You're a scam artist. If you can't grow tomatoes that cost 99 cents, you think I'm a damn fool? Tomatoes grow for free, dummy. The sun does it. And water some soil. I do it all the time. But we lack that common sense. Christians don't really believe like Jesus told them to. Capitalism is directly opposition to what Jesus preached about giving and turning the other cheek. And the 10 Commandments say, thou shalt not kill. Sandy, that's why I say Democrat Jesus. Democrat and Republican Jesus is not the real Jesus. Not what they wrote down or what that person said. That's completely the opposite. You know, but in defense of it, I'm not a capitalism person. I'm not a socialism person. I'm not a communism person. I am a robot economy person. None of those systems address the issues human beings face when robots do all the labor. All those systems are based on human labor. I'm not for any of them because they're all crony. And that's my point. In a crony world, all you're going to get is cronyism. In a crony world, minimum wage is not for you. It's against you. In a crony world, capitalism is not for you. It's against you. In a crony world, socialism is not going to be used for you. It's going to be used to enslave you. We live in a crony world. We just have to breathe in the doo-doo. Breathe it in. It's funky and nasty, and we don't like it, but it's the truth. And as parents and adults bringing kids along, it's our job to accept the truth and to speak the truth. Go down through some of the comments. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll make sure I address if anybody has any other questions. I can't go to the top. I know y'all were real talkative a little earlier. It's a conversation. It's a conversation. I apologize if I offended you. That's not what I'm trying to do here. We just need to think. We need to think a little more. We're not thinking. Cars used to be $1,500, folks, in 1970. Yes, Elizabeth, and people don't know that. That's why you got to keep saying it. The price of cars should be $50 right now. But the car makers don't make cars for you. They don't make cars to help you. And the car makers who actually make cars that are cheap, they put them out of business. The car makers that made the cars that were highly efficient, fuel efficient, they bought the technology, they bought the company, and they put the cars on the shelf. They put the engines on the shelf. That's why here still, over a century later, we're driving cars that have explosions in them based on gas. Meanwhile, you got people all over the planet seeing UFOs. And they're not UFOs. It is the United States Air Force. Or I guess they're now going to be called Space Force. They're flying around the same way people saw the black triangles and people saw the stealth fighters and the SR-71. And they're like, oh my God, it's UFOs. They're not UFOs. They have highly evolved technology where they don't need gas. They got electromagnetic drives, I think they're called. How many hundreds of whistleblowers came forward and told us this? But we don't listen. We don't listen to whistleblowers. Technology and energy efficiency that could save the damn planet. We don't listen to them. Oh no, they gotta be lying. Why? Because the TV said they're lying. But the politicians who are paid for by the corporations are telling the truth. We're gullible as a bag of bricks. Anything based on lies is unsustainable. Reset is inevitable, I believe. Yes, it is, Ish. And you know what? And they're going to reset things like the dollar, but they're going to reset them for them. They're not going to reset them for our kids. They're not going to reset them for us. They're going to reset them for billionaires. Whatever comes along next, whether it's MMT and some minimum wage, Agenda 21, whatever people want to put out there, it's going to be for them. We live in a crony world, and the only way we fix crony world is we actually have to take our governments back and tell them what they're going to do. And when they do dumb things like cheering the wealthiest man on the freaking planet, come on. To go talk to somebody who was born yesterday. It's not me. I have no issues with that. I have any time to play with people. Let me see. Your passion is required. Yes, Rebecca, your passion is required. Your love is required. Your empathy is required. Your tribalism is not required. It's not time to be tribal. It's now time to fix things. We are fixers. We are solution makers. Now it's time to look at the Venus Project. It's time to look at the Zeitgeist movement. Time to get back into philosophy and think forward. That's why they murdered all the philosophers, because they don't want people thinking about what is the future of these things. What is the future of a $15 minimum wage? What is the future? Why are there so many empty prison cells, and who do they want to put in them? Why is all the politicians, why do they all agree with the police state? Why is America lining up to invade Iran and get a whole bunch of Americans killed and a whole bunch of people in Iran murdered? And why is Germany going to come along with it? Britain's going to come along with it. And all Italy and all these companies that are all countries that are funneling all these weapons to Saudi Arabia, murdering all these people. Why are they all going to go along with it? Because we're gullible. We're naive. You look at the crocodile and say, those are tears. Those are tears. The crocodile is crying. No, it's not. That's just salt water in his eyes. One of the biggest crocodiles on this planet. It's about to bite the hell out of you and your kids. There's no money in treatment and cures. Thank you, Nicole. There's not. There's no money in loving people. There's no money in taking care of the next generation. That's just love. That's just common sense. And the only way it gets a platform is you have to make it a platform. I can't do it. You got to do it. You have to speak to people. I can't come to your house and talk to your family. Sure, I appreciate you liking and sharing my videos and subscribing and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you have to talk to them. They're going to ask questions that you have to address. I can't address those things. That's the only way we save the planet is individual, critical thinkers. Everybody is an equal, but everybody's got to be informed. Everybody's got to do their research. Put the jelly donut down just for a minute and got to do some reading. Pick up Apple. It'll help your brain work better. Oh, by the way, whoever gave me that Brussels sprout recipe for the maple syrup, oh my God, that was delicious. I'm sorry, that was delicious. Oh my goodness, I ate that last night. I saved some I didn't say nothing for my son. I just started eating. All you do is you take some, I didn't follow the recipe. I took my Brussels sprouts, I put them in a pan, I put some maple syrup in there. I started biting on them things. Next thing you know, it's like, I didn't have enough for my son. He had to eat something else. I'm sorry, that was delicious. Wasn't no damn okra. We need to stop eating. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna go to okra. I'm gonna get in trouble. The okra thugs will be here. They get on my back again. Let me see what else we got. Yeah, Carrie, I think it's an algorithm. They play us like we're playable. It's the only reason they lie to us, because we're liable. They play us because we believe it. They play us because we keep playing their games. I still got loads of tomatoes. Yes, Brother Gil, because you know what you're doing. And you understand that growing food is actually free. And when you use robots to do it instead of murdering people, then people don't cry about minimum wages. They just eat food. And your government knows that. But you're not clapping for it. And so they play you with these ideas. They play you with these policy identities. It's like healthcare. Now they played everybody on healthcare. Universal healthcare. They got you believing in it. You bought into the policy identity and they flipped it on you. For-profit healthcare. Still killing people. And the corporations went home with all that money. Don't be playable. All right. Lori's sitting in the parking lot. Last couple comments, I'm going to get out of here. I see a lot of agreement. I don't see anybody disagreeing. I'm okay with disagreement, y'all. That's how we learn. Iron sharpens iron. That's how we learn. Right? It's how we learn. It's okay to say you disagree. Just tell me why you disagree. Give me some facts. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that these people that don't have $15 an hour aren't going to prison. It's one of the biggest issues I got. As long as y'all got these children in prison, I'm not ready to talk your politics till you get a heart. Got to get away from all that money. That's right. That's exactly right, Sean. Sean Black, got to get away from the money. When people get away from the money, now I don't hate money, don't love money. I used to have a lot of money. I'm just not interested in it. Doesn't solve anything. But Johan says, binomial life, black, white, Democrat, Republican, red, blue, bad, good, all of this nonsense. Yes, we talked about identity yesterday. You got to get rid of that crap. They win. They win if you keep your identity. That's just what it comes down to. I'm sorry, that's how it is. They set up this world to play you. And if you are the farm animal that they told you were at birth, they win. It's that simple. And I'm okay with that. Like I said, I don't get upset. I laugh about a lot of this stuff sometimes because I'm just like, you know what? This doesn't feel real to me. This doesn't feel real at all. Like we all about to die and we're cheering the billionaires who actually put us in this situation. So anyway, listen, I gotta go. Love y'all to death. Think about it, people. Just think about it. If it's got teeth, it's swimming in salt water, and it's got your leg in its mouth, it's not your friend. Gerard gotta go. Love y'all to death now.